There you go. All right, so let's get on to basically the subject of the day. Let's talk about this, man. What do you...
Well, at my son's encouragement...
Side shot.
We're looking into the Rivian. So the Rivian R1T, I think, is the truck that... They're going to first sell on the consumer side. I'm hesitating a little bit because they're already in works on a van for Amazon. So these are not to be confused, right?
Right.
So the truck that you can go out and buy as a consumer, they opened up their pre-order system last week. Again, right. Holiday weekend, right? Captive audience.
That's right.
Apparently the queue was full, I think. I had heard that, but it's wildly popular, and so we just thought let's get into this. Let's do something similar that we did with the Bronco. Let's have some fun building one right here on the show. Yeah, and
we'll just try. And the thing we'll do too is we'll try to share with you some of the interesting questions that have popped up. And Keith brought out some very valid questions and points, and so we're going to try to get into some of those a little bit today. So do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead. And while you're doing that, I will say, it kind of surprised me that, well, not really, I guess. If you haven't watched our Social Dilemma episode, I encourage you to go ahead and do that because, we talk about sort of you're being told what to think in a lot of these cases, just to put it directly. And there's people like all the regular big player news outlets that cover the automotive industry, they're not talking about stuff like, how are you going to get this thing serviced?
Yeah.
Like, there are no Rivian dealerships in the country right now.
Right.
So are people really willing to go buy this thing without really knowing who's got your back from a service perspective? I mean, Tesla had some real problems with that in their early days.
Yeah, and some of the forums that I've checked out, there were a low number, and this is like early in the year, of people who had reserved these things. So that really gave people that skittish feeling. Do I really want to put money down when I don't know when this? There's people that have put money down on this thing. Or got in queue to do that as early as late 2018, mid 2018. So there are some loyal Rivian fans that have just been kind of waiting around. They went out and exhibited. They were part of Southwest Overlander show, and was it Tucson or Phoenix or wherever it was? They were part of that, and I heard a lot of feedback from that. And the one guy that I really followed there for a bit and reading what his comments were about that particular show was the fact that there were people at that show that didn't know anything about Rivian, and they were going to be plucking their money down on something else. They were looking towards the Ford EV, maybe the GM EV that had been mentioned, but they hadn't heard about Rivian. Now Rivian has gained a lot of steam just in the past year, specifically with the affiliation with Ford, as well as Amazon with the Amazon delivery vans.
Right.
So
all right. So we're looking at this is Rivian's website at Rivian.com. Jay's got there's a configure now button on the right there, starting at $67,500 with 300 plus mile range. All right.
Now.
Deliveries begin June 2021. Okay, so we're roughly 6 months away.
Yeah,
all right.
We are. Now, what I can do, let me back up here.
Yeah.
Let's go to specs here, because they're going to get into, if you look, there you go. And then look at delivery dates.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the first ones that you're going to be able to get is that one on the left, which is what?
That's
launch
the
edition.
launch edition, okay? So they're celebrating the launch edition, this limited release of the Adventure package, okay? So it's...
Then you... Yeah. So the differences between launch and then the one in the middle there, Adventure, looks like the last two bullets: priority delivery, launch edition interior badging, special launch green paint color option, and 20-inch all-terrain or 22-inch sport wheel upgrade included.
That's right.
So they're giving you upgraded wheels and some badging on the inside.
Right. So the base model is the price that you threw out there first, which is $67,500.
Yeah.
That's the Explorer version of this thing. Now,
Okay.
and we're talking about the R1T. This is the truck, folks. This is a four-door truck. It's basically the SUV, the R1S, and the R1T, basically built on the same platform. It's just they're configured differently. One's going to be an SUV and one's going to be a truck. Quite simple. Makes them very versatile, in my opinion, using the same platform.
So the base model does not have heated seats, ventilated seats, does not have driver and passenger lumbar adjustment, does not have compass yellow interior accents, does not have... What am I missing here?
The base model does. Let's see, regularly capable with sport interior built for the elements. Manual tonal cover, standard surround sound.
Yeah, the powered tonneau cover is... Yeah, okay.
100% recycled textile floor mats. Hey,
yeah.
You know.
I mean, come on, man. Like,
right.
Okay. What, vegan leather.
Right.
Why are we even calling it leather?
So let's go here and let's
really?
Yeah. Right. So let's go configure this. Let's go with the all right. So the launch edition. Look, reservations are full.
All right. So now you have to pick. So that confirms that. So let's go. What are your? If you scroll down a little bit further, you can choose your build. Right.
Yes.
Adventure package or Explorer package.
So that's
your base model.
That's the base model. So that you can get. Now you've got a couple of things, which is, for me, is it really worth the extra $10,000? I would say, if you're going to use this thing a lot, yes. So you've got a large.
Explain what that is, though. You're getting another 100 miles in an upgraded battery package for an additional $10,000.
That's right. That's a lot of.
Are people really this bad with money?
Yeah, right.
That you would pay $10,000 for nothing more than another 100. Look, I understand all you haters out there. Like, that's going to make a big difference in your trip distances. $10,000.
It's a lot of
cash to get another 100 miles out of your battery pack.
You know what I compare that to? Apple and their Mac.
Do you want wheels on this thing?
You want wheels on this thing or not? For $700 for wheels on your computer? Come on. You know?
$10,000.
Yeah.
For an upgraded battery package. Ugh.
It honestly felt like when I was going through the motions here, playing around with this configurator, like I was buying a new MacBook Pro or something.
All right. Well, that's probably intentional. So what package are you going to start with? Are you going to go the base model Adventure? What are you going to do? It's back. It's on step 1, the top there.
Yeah. Well, that's what we had to do. You have to.
No, you could pick. You can either do Adventure or you could do Explore.
Yeah.
You want to do Explore or Adventure?
Let's do Adventure. Let's just max this puppy out.
All right.
So we're gonna,
same thing.
We're gonna go max pack. Let's go exterior.
$10,000 for the
Yeah, I'm going for it, man. We're gonna get on up there. We're
now
we're at a whopping 85.
85. Yeah. So you got silver, white, Rivian blue, limestone, their forest green, El Cap granite, and what's the yellow one? Compass yellow.
Compass yellow. So these color configurations.
There's a red canyon,
right?
Midnight black. Okay.
So the LA silver and the glacier white come at no additional cost, but if you get into these other colors like the red canyon, the midnight, the limestone, the Rivian blue,
such nonsense.
So
it does. I understand. Tesla does it too. It does not cost them any more realistically to put those different colors that they're offering as a premium.
Right.
That is just utter cash grab nonsense.
Yeah. It's
honestly, they're sort of taking advantage of their consumers. I understand charging me for something that is an actual upgrade, like a premium sound system or leather seats or heated seats, you're going to charge me more for the color of paint that I choose?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's ludicrous.
Yeah.
Right.
It's, I'm telling you, this is that we are in the world of actual live surveying going on.
And we haven't even discussed, like, how are you going to take delivery of that? We'll get to that in a minute after you finish the,
So off-road upgrades, you can outfit your truck. It doesn't really get into much detail there.
Reinforced underbody,
Shield,
front bumper,
dual
tow
front bumper,
hooks,
tow
and
hooks,
an air compressor.
Air compressor. Ooh.
Okay.
$2,000.
Well, it's included in the...
It's included in this one, yes. In this particular
But I
package.
bet if you go with the base model, that's where it's a $2,000 upgrade.
Absolutely it is. Everything's
All right.
an upgrade. All right, so we've got 20-inch. I'm going 22, man.
So you got wheels and tires, 20-inch all-terrain, 20-inch all-terrain dark, 21 road tires, or 22 sport tires.
I'm going 20-inch all-terrain dark.
Like it.
Okay. It completely changes the look of that vehicle.
Let's see what it looks like with the sport tires on it with the 22s. Yeah, it just looks, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like, I mean, if I'm buying an off-road vehicle, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's an additional, $1,500 for the 20-inch all-terrain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Ooh, they got the camp kitchen.
This is what's cool. Now, I think this option is only available on the truck, right?
Yeah. Right.
Because they
slides out.
It slides out from the it's in between the front side of the rear wheel well on the bed and in between the cab, which otherwise would be useless space.
Yes, it's sort of behind the back seat.
Right.
So induction cooktop, so that means it's electric, so it runs off the battery pack.
Yep.
Any cookware that a magnet will stick to can be used on these things. They do not produce heat in the traditional way,
right?
Meaning that surface doesn't get hot and stay hot. It's all induction. Okay.
4-gallon water tank,
built-in sink. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Optional 30-piece prep and cookware set from Snow Peak.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's an additional $5,000 for that. Like,
now, as an RV owner, how many of these are they going to have warranty claims on because people did not winterize it and left water in it and then it froze overnight sitting outside in the driveway?
Now, that's a great question. It really does, however, though, depend on how well insulated this thing will be. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, but, if you leave it sitting outside in 20-degree weather for 5 days without starting it up, insulation at that point is a non-issue.
But
right?
remember, is there some sort of elements that they keep? We don't know. These are details that we don't know. As part of this package, do they have like
reservoir?
a heated? Yeah. Could be that.
Could be.
Because they do, radiators have, you got up in the north, man, the northern tiers, they're using all these engine heaters and stuff. So could
all
be.
Right.
You never know. So I'm just,
point.
I'm going to err on their side and say, that they probably thought it out. It's as an electrical accessory that could protect that. But you bring up a good point because even the RV industry struggles in that area sometimes.
You don't put that pink stuff in, you're going to have lots of expenses in the spring. So
I want this. I want this kitchen sink, man. I want the outdoor. I'm going full meal deal, man. Okay.
Throw your kitchen sink in there.
Right. I want to be able to reheat my McRib when I'm out there,
That's perfect. Now look at the truck view, switch it to the side profile. Can we look at the down there in the bottom left corner? Yeah. Does it? No, it's hidden. It doesn't show it, does it?
No, it doesn't. Let's see.
I was looking to see if it would show the
can
little
you spin this thing?
cutout.
No, you can't. So I was hoping that they would too. It's only on a single side though. Because the one that we saw, the initial
passenger side,
it's on the passenger side. So maybe that's why. I wonder if they intentionally did that.
I would bet, because it's only going to slide out in one direction, I would think.
Right. So first of all, folks, this right here where we're at, okay, this particular vehicle, they're saying will not deliver before January 2022. That's
right.
Just over a year from now. So just keep that in mind. They're saying that the orders that are already filled, on the truck side, the Adventure version, I think they're all fulfilled. Or no, it's the Launch Edition.
Right. Launch Edition is sold out.
Right. It's sold out, and those will deliver in June or July of 2021. Everything else is coming after that. All right, so let's go to the interior here. What can we possibly do to the interior of this thing? All right, we already know that some of this stuff, if you see on the screen, it's fairly, it's probably, those are not optional there, but we'll get into that in a second. So let's look at this.
So you got black, you got white, which they call Ocean Coast.
Yeah.
It's kind of a light gray.
If I'm taking this thing out in the woods, off-road, man, I don't think I want white interior.
No. And then Forest Edge, which is that's actually kind of cool if you're a fan of green.
Yeah,
or
and you know,
if
I'm doing this, see, because I chose blue, the Rivian blue, I would have to change the exterior color. I'd probably go with a black exterior. If I'm going blue or red, any other color like that, I'm going black.
Yeah, you
interior.
go black on the inside.
So the Black Mountain and the Ocean Coast interiors, the white one, those are no additional cost. But you go to the Forest Edge, that's an additional $2,000. I'm adding it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, wow, that's it.
Go to summary, and then I'll say what I was about to say, just to make sure. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So that's a $98,000 truck. Man. Okay. So for $98,000, here's what feels wrong to me. They are not really giving you much in the means of customization. And if you look at the other truck manufacturers out there, like the big ones here in the United States, Ford, General Motors, Dodge Ram, right? Fiat, Chrysler, Ram, whatever. Man, you can go nuts on what kind of sound system do you want? Do you want how many cameras do you want in the thing? Do you want the collision assist, the adaptive cruise, all that stuff is package options, right?
Right.
And I'm sure it's because they don't have the manufacturing capabilities at this time, are keeping this dead simple. What color do you want? What size wheels and tires do you want? What color do you want on the inside? Do you want the camp kitchen? And what am I forgetting? Oh, do you want the extra battery for $10,000?
Yeah, the extra $10,000 on that. That's just insane.
It, right?
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, that's 5 options. That's it.
Yeah.
So, it's what kind of sound system are you getting this thing? Are you getting one? Does it do Apple CarPlay? Does it do Android Auto? What?
They're saying, and if you look at this, they've got, of course, some of the features like in the SUV, and they're saying in the truck as well. They have a panoramic roof in these things, which is pretty nice.
Okay. Yeah.
You get data capabilities of 4G and Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Audio,
which
they're calling.
By the time this truck comes out, will be obsolete.
Obsolete, right? Because we're already in the 5G stuff. Yeah. They're calling the audio system Elevation 360. 360 degrees, Elevation 360.
Okay.
Which we'll have to do a little study on now, what that's all about and what that entails. But they don't get into much detail.
So everybody gets the same thing with just a few options. Right?
That's it.
To change.
That's pretty much it. I mean, you went from $67,000 on the entry level to $98,000.
It's a 30% price increase.
Exactly. And you saw what we did there, changing some tires, different colors, and then the outdoor package with the stove and the water tank and all this sort of stuff. Is it really worth $30,000 additional dollars for that extra 100 miles of?
Yeah, for $98,000.
Yeah,
you can get a lot of truck.
Oh yes.
And it elsewhere. And so where this is going to be interesting is if somebody like Ford comes out with their electric truck in the next, year.
Right.
Which they probably will.
Yeah.
it's probably not going to be 98 grand. Or what else do we know, Jay, that has been recently announced by General Motors that's electric that cost about 100 grand?
That'd be a Hummer. The Hummer truck, the Hummer itself, and everybody kind of squawked at it whenever they revealed the price of $112,000. But go take a look at what you get with that thing.
It seems to me on paper that you get a lot more than you get out of this Rivian.
Absolutely, you do.
Haven't been in either one of them. Just talking about on paper.
Now, to that point, though, real quick, what Rivian is, they have the quad motor system on this thing, and they have tank mode. So there are a few things on this that I don't know if the standard package on the Hummer was a quad motor system or
right,
not.
I don't think it was.
But they have a different off-road feature, which is called the crab crawl.
Yeah.
It's similar stuff. It's getting you in and out of tight spaces. So there's a lot of similarities here between what GM has done and what Rivian is doing as well. So
here's a big difference. If I have a problem with my vehicle and it's the GM edition, right? Like it's the Hummer, I can take it to any GM dealer, probably. Most of them are going to be certified to work on these things.
Right.
I would guess.
Yeah.
What about this Rivian? How am I going to get this thing delivered?
Right. Those are very good points that you bring up. And the way they're going to do this, they're going to bring this thing to you, is what they're saying. And let me get this up real quick. So I was checking out some of these Rivian forums. And guys, do yourself a favor. Go out there and check them out. Join them. Go ask questions. That's what they're there for. The Ford Mach-E forum is out there for you if you're interested in knowing about that. GM has the Hummer forum. Go out there and just ask questions. That's what's fun about this stuff. So one of the members of the Rivian forum asked, how and where would I take delivery of my vehicle? And straight from Rivian, they basically said, we will come to you. This will be a unique and special process specifically designed to surprise and delight our customers. Okay, what does that mean? How are you going to surprise and delight me?
There's a lot of obscurity here, and that makes me nervous.
Yeah, they don't have dealerships. Are they going to partner with Ford?
This isn't Apple that has a proven track record. Mm-hmm. This is a startup.
Yeah.
You are putting 100% trust in them that they are going to get it right the first time.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And, to kind of...
yeah? I kind of see why Doug DeMuro was like, I think GM's going to be the one to beat.
Yeah, he did his homework. Absolutely. Who is better... that they have a production vehicle out, which proves that they're further along, So we've seen pre-production of these out. Yeah, you bring a very valid point up. I'm glad you brought that up because
that's why I'm here, buddy.
Yeah, you'll probably be able to be taking delivery on that Hummer when they say you can.
Now, look, this Rivian delivery process may be fantastic, but it's an automobile. It's got moving parts. There's a chance something's going to break. What's the repair process? What's the maintenance process?
Where do you get?
What if bozo magnetism kicks in and somebody drives into you and you're parked at a shopping store?
What do you do?
Lot. How are you going to get that thing fit?
Right.
Where
do you go? Who's worked on these things?
I would prefer to have all of that answered before I spend $75,000 on a new truck.
That's right. I'm with you on that.
New vehicle.
I mean, there is nothing more important than supporting a product that you just purchased. If you don't have any support for it, then it's just going to be a flop.
And I think the point I'm trying to make here is that has got to be communicated by Rivian now, like yesterday.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm not seeing a whole lot of communication on that. And apparently it's not hurting their pre-order sales, I guess. Just a bunch of people with disposable income that want to take a chance on a brand new concept. But
we're gonna you and I are gonna stay on top of this to kind of bring updates here and there because Rivian has been on our radar for a while now.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they have been really focusing on their partnership with Amazon as of late,
Right.
more so than anything. And you kind of wonder how much of that are they betting on the come with that?
Or are they going to use the Amazon logistics experience and build service depots where the vans and the trucks can get?
I already told
You know?
you. We said this in our podcast about the Amazon delivery vans. We talked. I said, wouldn't it be interesting to see if Amazon is not part of the delivery of these vehicles? Now, to solidify how they're going to be doing this, I found this. I thought this was interesting. There was a job posting, how they're going about this. And the individual or individuals that will be delivering your vehicle would be known as Delivery and Mobile Operations Specialist.
Okay.
And this is right from those guys. This is rivianjobs.com. As a delivery and mobile operations specialist, you will be a key contributor to the success of our delivery team. Delivery and mobile operations specialists work in coordination with field operations, service operations, retail and fleet teams to facilitate customer deliveries, manage documentation, and provide our customers with an exceptional car buying experience. So there you go. They've kind of laid out how they're going to do it just by that job description.
Right. Yeah. So they're going to do the mobile service thing for a while, which, Tesla tried to go all in on that and then just quickly put a stop to that and changed directions and left their retail centers open.
Well,
how
many people said that'll never work, too? I mean, and Tesla kind of quickly proved a lot of people wrong with the business model, anyway.
There's just a lot that remains to be seen here. Now, they do have a pretty deep relationship with Amazon. Amazon's invested a lot of money in Rivian. So I would bet that there's something in the works that they're not telling us. I mean,
Sure.
Amazon's got their hands in everything. We'll see. Stay tuned. And look, this is one of the best reasons I can think of to subscribe on our YouTube channel, because as we find more information and answers on this, everybody, we will update you with some follow-up videos and segments on the Rivian truck.